This is a production of Cornell University.
Hello, my name is Schimenti from the Cornell Turfgrass program, and today I'm going to go through a really quick tutorial on how to use the Web Soil Survey, this online free tool that gives you a lot of information about the soils at your property really quickly. So, first thing, just type in Google Web Soil Survey. You'll find this page, and if you want to read more about the data that goes into the Web Soil Survey, how they did it, you can, but easiest way to do it is just click the green button to get started, and you'll get right to the online tool. So a lot of things kind of going on in this website, but the best way to start is just to put in the address of the site you're interested in. Today we're just going to use the Robert Trent Jones Golf Course at Cornell. I could put in the exact address, but instead I'll just type in a name of the golf course, and that gets me at least in Tompkins County. Now I'm just using the zoom in, zoom out feature to find our golf course here. Now we're zeroing in on it. There we go. So here's Robert Trent Jones Golf Course. So now, okay, what do? I have to draw my boundary around the area I'm interested in. So we see these shapes AOI, that means area of interest. I'm going to click on this one, which will just allow me to basically draw a boundary of the area. So I'm just going to circle our front nine here at Cornell. And then kind of a little tricky thing here, doesn't really explain it, but you have to double click to kind of confirm this. And there we go, it created our area of interest. And that's pretty easy. Now we can go in and look at a bunch of information on our soils. The first thing you can do is just click soil map, and here we go. Generates a pretty detailed map, right? You can see of the soils at your golf course. Has all the information. It's got the corresponding map unit, sandy loam, gravelly loam, right? Silty clay loam. And then a cool little aspect is the percentage of the property that is that soil type too. So already I see almost 50% is this Hudson silty clay loam. That's interesting. And so then you can kind of go a little bit deeper, actually a lot deeper, and you can look at all the information in the Soil Data Explorer. I like to go to the soil properties and qualities area and really kind of investigate all of the things that you can look at. There's a lot of information here, right? Chemical properties, soil health, soil physical properties. I like to go to the drainage class, which is under soil qualities and features right here. So when you go into any one of these selections, you can just go ahead and view the rating, and it spits out that map again. Now it color codes it based on the drainage class. So when I scroll down, I can look at my soils. I look at what they're rated, right? So we see some poorly drained, somewhat poorly drained soils. These Rhinebeck silk loams make up over 20% of the property. So then we can go up, we can look at RKA, RKB, where does that correspond on the map? Okay, we look at some really kind of very specific areas that have these soil types. And that might correspond to things you've seen on the property before, the composition of the turfgrass species in that area. Those are probably going to be wetter areas if you ever noticed them before. This might help you target maybe soil sampling or drainage installation. So certainly some information here that might correspond to patterns you've seen in the past, but could also be really useful for things you want to do in the future. So that's just one of literally hundreds of things you can go looking for in this Web Soil Survey. Again, it's free, pretty easy to use once you do it once or twice. And then if you want to kind of print all this stuff out, they have this shopping cart here tab in the top right. You can just click checkout, and what that'll do, I've already got my little report here. It'll generate a report for you. So this is what it looks like. You can scroll through this. One of the nice parts is it will make a map for you. So I think it's always useful for someone to have the soil map just as a printout in the office in the maintenance area. So everybody can kind of see what's going on out there. If they notice things, you can start keeping notes and seeing if certain turfgrass issues correspond to also the soil issues out on the property. And then, of course, there's a bunch of information about each soil type, so you can have this in a binder if you want in your office. So that's web soil survey. A note for newer golf courses where there's been a significant amount of soil moved, ground moved to create the golf course. This data, depending on when it was taken, may not be super representative after you've disturbed the area like that. But for older golf courses, a really great tool to give some insight on your property. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
This has been a production of Cornell University, on the web at cornell.edu.